Potter.
Well, guys, good morning. Good morning. It's taking a little time to mute out, but I asked you to mute your own selves out so we can get our call started. We just finished a real exciting week with our 3rd-year anniversary. And say, like Melissa said, we're already but 4 or 5 days into our 4th year. So what do? We got a let's go. So I'm going to get out of the way, bring our chief sales officer, our CEO up, Melissa Boston, someone that continues to blow my mind after 16 years. And that is pretty awesome when you can say that and truly mean it. But this week's events with her at the helm, bringing in an army of other people to bringing a successful week for our 3rd anniversary. I know this young lady made an impact on me the day I met her, and she continues to do that same thing. She is our visionary, our CEO. Guys, she has been in the social selling industry full time now for over 16 years. She was MVP at 3 companies, built teams in over 46 countries, made a pivot in 2017 to go back into corporate America when she was asked by a mentor of hers to be the CEO of his cannabis company. Well, then what happened? History was made in 2019 when we came and formed Wakanna. And here we are now going into our 4th year. And guys, guess what? We're only just beginning. Melissa Boston, are you out there?
Hey, Phyllis. Good morning. I am out here. Hopefully my mute came off, but I am so pumped up and excited this morning, Phyllis. Oh my goodness. Just got through with an amazing, really 7-day conference because it's like every day, it was like a party. So much to celebrate, so much to be grateful for. And wow, it wasn't last night, what we started off in the morning, of course, but it was like that cherry on top. It was like the way to end, an amazing 3-day event. And we have a lot of people to thank today, so I'm going to get right to it. Also, too, hey, I'm hearing everybody shout out to Gigi Harris because, yes, it is her birthday. So happy birthday to you, Gigi. I know you've been celebrating, probably all week long as well. It's your birthday month. In fact, you share that with my hubby. His birthday is Thursday, and we are leaving for the Hamptons. So super excited about that as well. So, guys, I want to just first of all say welcome.
And Doris is on the line. Melissa, I just want you to know Doris is on the line too.
Oh, wonderful.
Going in for surgery at 11.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for that, Phyllis. And definitely, I'm going to give everybody an update. Doris, you know that you have been in our prayers, our thoughts. And for those of you who may not even know what we're talking about, Doris actually was involved in an accident last week. And I'm telling you what, God is so good. Yes, she's going into surgery at 11, but got through with a 13-hour surgery last week and is expected to make a full recovery. And we want everyone to just keep her in your prayers, keep her in your thoughts. Doris, we love you. You are just so amazing. And we know that God has you, and you know that Wakanna Nation has you as well. And we're going to continue to keep you in our thoughts and prayers. And again, just good morning, everyone. We are Wakanna. And I want to start by sharing our vision, our mission. The vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission is we are the catalyst to start a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. And so this amazing, 7-day celebration that was really a 3-day event, it kicked off last Friday. We had the presentation, and I know, we had a record amount of people on there to hear about the business opportunity from the 4 of us as co-founders. And so I want to thank everyone who participated in that. And then, of course, we had our big conference last Saturday on the 16th of April. Wow. I mean, that was absolutely a showstopper. Last week we covered some of the details there, so I'm not going to get into a lot of it, but just know that every year I continue to get blown away by the brilliance of our corporate team. The team just really makes the dream work, okay? And it's really a collective effort, and I'm going to give everybody their props in a minute, but just wanted to give a quick little recap so that you can understand the magnitude of what's just happened. Yes, we just completed 3 years, and we are now marching strong into year 4 with so much ammunition. Isn't it great? You come off these events with all these ideas. You get a chance to hear from these amazing presenters, and now you're just ready to run, run, run. And I know many of you are already off to the races. We've seen those numbers just flying in yesterday, even this morning. Oh my goodness, I don't think we've ever woken up to a morning that big already, and the morning is just getting started. So again, I can just see that everybody's fired up. Everybody's going diamond. Everybody's ready to join us in Vegas next year for the Ruby Retreat. That's also going to be our 420 annual event, so that we can really kick it off strong. And so again, just an amazing week. Yesterday, wow. What can I say about yesterday? There's so much to talk about. I'm going to actually have a shout out to the presenters, because it's really about you guys, the new blood that's in this business, that's able to get on that stage. Some of you presenting for the first time, okay, and just knocking it out the park. And it's really about just sharing, because sharing is caring. And it's amazing how we learn so much from everybody, because everybody has a different perspective, and you never know, what story is going to resonate with that next person. And sometimes it's that one story, right, that you might think, well, I just told them what I do, but that could be the most impactful thing to somebody on that line. And so again, we just appreciate you guys for saying yes. We send out that message, and again, we know people are busy. Maybe it always doesn't work out, but you know what? You guys agreed to it. You said yes to the challenge. And again, you helped us make this the most epic 420 global conference ever. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank all of our corporate staff, all of our volunteers, because there's so much that happens, behind the scene. A lot of times we don't have a chance to give, that proper thanks and that proper love and encouragement. But I'm telling you what, folks, we have just such a dynamic group of people. And I want to thank, of course, Shannon King, for all that you do to really help, be the glue to making sure the inside of that building does what it does, getting us the food, whatever we need to make this the event of all events and always top the last event, okay? So thank you, thank you. And we have some folks like Tara Shackelford, who joined us over the last, really year and a half, and has just been such an instrumental part, of everything we do. You guys saw those epic balloon displays, and I know many of you were like, wow, who did that? And that is Tara Shackelford. She gets it done. She gets it in, and always is just spectacular with those phenomenal displays. And then we have so many people that participate, in our committee. They're there week after week after week, really ensuring things go smooth. And so really thank you, Christian Phillips and Kathy Weathersby, Earl Doors. We also thank you, Dr. Rita, just for always being there every Tuesday to just ensure things are going smooth. And then again, there's so many people behind the scenes. We thank our customer service group, Sylvia Covington, for coming out to the event, ensuring on Weed Day, right, when we were having those epic sales, she was down there holding it down, making sure we can get those customer orders in like nobody's business. And then, of course, we had Tariq Rogers and Sharon Rogers on standby, answering the customer service line, making sure we can do what we do while they get those orders processed and help your customers get it in. And so again, it's teamwork that makes the dream work. And then of course we have more people behind the scenes. You might not always see them, but they're there to make sure the product is flowing, the warehouse is moving. And of course that is Tracy Bolton. We have Shay, which is known as Sherry Shannon, and Delvin. You guys rock. Our warehouse team is so amazing. And then there's one person that doesn't ever like to be on camera, right? But he is so instrumental to so many things that are happening. And that is Billy Smith. He is our technical expert. He is the IT on staff that comes in to get everything running smooth. And so we want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And then of course we have Dan Johnson. Wow. Isn't he such a motivator? He is someone who we just love. His VP of training, his methods always take us to that next level. And he was there to celebrate with us on Wednesday, and it was fun hanging out with him. It's always a blast. And then, of course, we have to thank our 4 pillars, right? Phyllis Nash for always showing up, showing out, and knocking it out the park. Her training was just spectacular. I was blown away. I've heard her story many times, but it's always amazing how you always pick up a new nugget every time you hear, the story, really how she got started. that 90-day run and what she did with those parties, right? Wasn't that just awesome and amazing? And then, of course, Dr. Rita J. McGuire leading our medical advisory group. I mean, didn't you see the brilliance that was celebrated all week long? Because we even had a chance to honor and celebrate some of our medical team on Wednesday. Of course, we heard from them last Saturday. And then yesterday, a lot of the health experts that you heard from, they're a part of the medical advisory group, and they just bring it every single time. And then, of course, they have to bring it because when you listen to Dr. Rita and what she was sharing, I mean, I'm just listening. I can't wait to listen to the replay because it was like nugget after nugget. When she was talking about the mitotrol and what it did, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I knew this was great, but I told my husband, you need to take this, right? I'm like, everybody in my family, y'all need to take this stuff, okay? Because she researched that above and beyond to give you guys even more wisdom and knowledge about that particular product and why CBD and a plant-based medicine just makes all the sense. And of course, I mean, we are always so inspired every time this lady steps on stage, every time she opens her mouth, because she's going to drop just a tsunami of nuggets. She's going to help our mindsets go to the next level. She's going to help us bring it in all capacities. And it is none other than our pillar of wealth, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. And I'm telling you what, combine that group together, you have an epic conference. And I'm not going to leave out Errol Doris, because I do want to say, when you see those phenomenal designs, when you see a lot of the graphics that are going up and slides, I mean, he has his hands in every area as it relates to the creative direction of where we're going, and even the building. When you see that beautiful building outside, I mean, oh my goodness, just his level of detail to ensure things are laid properly, measured properly, the precision and all the effort it takes. I mean, it is really something you would think it's a whole 10 to 12 people team, but I'm telling you what, he gets it done like nobody else, okay? And we just love and appreciate him for this. And when you bring this whole team together, I mean, we just have such an amazing team. And as I said earlier, Doris, you might not have seen her on Sunday, and she unfortunately was involved in that accident. And again, we're just keeping her uplifted. But Doris, you have been such an instrumental part of every conference we've had and everything that you do to bring your knowledge to us. Everything you do every Monday, you pour into our spirit, you pour into the team, you let them know about what's going on with the hair. You've helped our hair products really soar to become one of the top, 5 products. We are so proud of everything you've done to really help us here at Wakanna. And in your time where you're going through something, just know we are here for you. We have your back, and the Wakanna Nation will absolutely ensure that whatever we need to do, we're going to get it done for you. So just know you are in our hearts and prayers. We love you so much. And I also want to take a moment to thank our volunteers, guys, because we have a lot of people that are constantly calling us up and asking us, what do I need to do? And, some of them are our diamond directors. And so I always want to thank our diamonds. I know Beverly Blair and Lav, I know she was a little under the weather the last week, so we hadn't seen her as much, but just know that Beverly is always there trying to figure out what she can do to take Wakanna to the next level. And then, of course, we have Willie Mooney and Mooney. I mean, they are always with us. I mean, over this weekend, it was so great to have them, with us there, breaking bread together, having him train live from our facility. I mean, just amazing, amazing. So thank you guys for being the diamonds that you are, always willing to come in and facilitate. But we have a lot of people that are behind the scene that maybe you don't hear their name often, but they're constantly being there for us, no matter what needs to happen, right? We have to have the facility, cleaned up, and maybe some trash needs to be picked up. I mean, they're just there for whatever we need. And just know you guys are loved. You're appreciated. Everyone from Carol Palmer, okay, to Winnie Lewis, to Dolores Urban, to Dr. Betty Guy Smith, okay, Iola Common, Gerald West, Meridian Brown, Joseph Sanford. Now, Joseph, I got to give you a special shout out because he's always there, not just as a volunteer, but you would think he's staff because the way you come and whatever, they'll call Joseph. Sometimes on a day he doesn't even volunteer, he'll come in, put together things. So Joseph Sanford, just know we appreciate all that you do. And hey, you, Cheryl Johns, maybe sometimes she's down at that weed cafe, but she'll come up, hey guys, what do y'all need? I know the conference is happening. What can I do? So just all the thought, guys, all the care that goes into this, just know it's a village behind it. There's a massive amount of people that help us to shine. to help Wakanna to look good. And we love each and every one of you. We thank each and every one of you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. Just love, 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 and respect you all so much. I also want to say this. Yesterday, I gave 3 names of people that finished in the top 3 for putting the most people in our Wakanna for Life Facebook group over the past 30 days. But what I didn't do is tell you what I had for them, okay? And so I personally wanted to reach in my pocket and do something for them. And so I'm putting $500 on the table. In fact, our number 1 spot went to Gigi Harris, and so she gets $250 of that. Bernadine actually ended up in our number 2 spot, and then we had Anna Gallagher that went in our number 3 spot. And so Bernadine, you get $150, and then Anna Gallagher, we have $100 for you. And so that's how we're splitting that up. But that's something from me to you, because guess what? You know, sometimes I like to go in and see what's happening, who's doing what, just to kind of see, you know, when nobody's watching, who's really out there being consistent. And I was so proud to see that you guys stepped it up this month. Sometimes it's different. Not always it's the same 3 people, but I just wanted to bring that out because, guys, this is the direction of where we're headed. We want everyone focused on adding people to the group. You will be surprised at how your business will grow. You will be surprised at how your income will grow, but it's all about not just adding people to the group, but you got to follow up with them and make sure they've accepted that invitation. Then you've got to tag them on the video. And then after that, guess what? You got to also now have a group that actually has traction, which means you should be posting in the group as well. And so one of the things you're going to start seeing is Facebook Lives from the group. We're going to start getting the groups engaged like you've never seen before. We already have 13,000 people in those groups. And if we already know that just based on doing videos, that's going to exponentially increase the reach, sometimes by 10, sometimes by 20, right? If you want to 10x your business, if you want to 20x your business, then you better start going live. And that also starts with us as a corporate team. And so we're going to have different staff members, different leaders, different distributors going live from the corporate office so that we can really bring it to your customers. And it's going to allow you to see your business grow exponentially. And so just like what they just did over the last 30 days, they continue to bring people. We want you to start filling that group up. There is no reason why this group doesn't have 20,000 people. There's no reason why this group hasn't hit 100,000 people. Understand, when this group hits 1 million people, understand that your businesses will change forever. Your lives will change forever, because that's going to be directly in proportion to how your income grows, how your rank grows. And so you're going to see a focus on our groups like never before, because we want you to all go to that next level. You're the team that are with us in the beginning. Yes, there's going to be a day when we look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and we're going to say, remember that group that was there with us in the beginning, right? In the beginning of the beginning, when we just hit our first 7 going to 10 million, and now we're at 100 million. And imagine where your business will be. Where do you see yourself when we get to that level? Do you see yourself as a 5-star diamond? Do you see yourself as a ruby, right? Where do you see yourself? I'm going to tell you, the sky's the limit, and this is the time for you to dream bigger and better and bolder than ever before. And so I'm going to encourage that. And speaking of dreaming bigger, better than ever before, I also want to take a moment to personally thank every single presenter who got on that stage yesterday and showed up and showed out. And it started at 8:30 in the morning. I mean, it was so impressive to turn our Zoom on and see our very own Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Rita J. McGuire, and Ernestine Davis, and also Juanita Santalone. They're training us on that new Wellness in a Box. Did you purchase your Wellness in a Box? For 5 minutes a day, we can activate every single muscle in our body. We can build muscle like never before. We can allow our muscles to be our medicine. And I'm telling you what, folks, that was inspiring to see them already just go ahead and take the bull by the horn. And they're training on something that's brand new to the company. And so that was awesome. And then, of course, we had a chance to welcome and do an early bird drawing. I was there with my co-pilot, Phyllis Nash, to welcome each and every one of you. Of course, we then went to Dr. Erica Montgomery, and she talked about plant-based medicine for mental health. And wasn't that just amazing to hear it from someone who's a psychologist to let you know, hey, guess what, guys? You need to utilize the CBD. You need to utilize plant-based medicine. This is really the way we heal our mind. And then, of course, our number one CV. I mean, this is a person who continues to show out. And when we look at the numbers for the entire year, there was one person in our number one spot, and that is none other than Ernestine Davis. So Ernestine, just know we appreciate those nuggets you dropped. And when you talked about Facebook Live, I was like blown away. I said, here she is talking about Facebook Live, talking about what she's doing. And that's really what every expert is saying. Anybody that wants to 10x your business, you better be doing live videos. And she's leading by example in that number one spot. And that was powerful. And then, of course, compliance sometimes can be a little bit dry. It could be a little bit boring. And I was a little bit concerned. I said, wow, we don't know where to put this section because we know we have a lot of guests. And so where should we stick it? But I'm telling you what, Dr. Joy, you made compliance fun. You made it interesting. I mean, I'm telling that we have people in the audience watching live, and they were standing up taking pictures of your slides. That's how powerful it was. So thank you to our very own VP of Compliance. She's also a part of the corporate team. We just appreciate everything she does to continue to take us to that next level as the VP of Compliance, as a PharmD, as a Ruby Director. I know I did not mention you when I first opened up, but I want to thank you and acknowledge you for all that you're doing to really help us lead with such excellence. And then, of course, the vending section, to me, folks, was one of my favorite sections when we had a chance to hear from two different groups about vending. And sometimes you wonder, well, could it be overkill having two different vending presentations? And wasn't it just what you needed? I mean, I felt like hearing two perspectives. One, it validated the need to vend because you know that Fatima, she's a Ruby Director. We know that Lisa Lee, who just got started about a year ago, and she's already a Ruby Director. We know that Eleanor Davis, who also she brought on, who's one of our pearls. I mean, it was just so powerful hearing these women talk about how they're crushing it in their business by doing vending. It was so powerful to see the pictures of how they set up their displays and how they do it, how they lead from the front. And I'm telling you what, folks, if you missed that section, okay, you better go back when we get the replay out and make sure you watch that section, because it's just an area that everyone needs to understand how we can help you so many times. When we constantly hear Fatima in our top CV earners, when we constantly hear Lisa Lee in our top CV earners, they're leading and doing it because they're out there getting customers, and they're doing it through vending, guys. So we need to vend if we're going to win here at Wakanna. And then, of course, we talked about the superfoods with Juanita Santalon, and that was so epic and powerful. The benefits of CBD with plant-based diet and mitotrol. I talked earlier about Dr. Rita, how she crushed that. So thank you, Dr. Rita, for crushing that section. Creating team culture, the birthday girl, Gigi Harris. Yesterday, I know her family was trying to celebrate with her because we know how it is. In this business, you're juggling family, you're juggling business, you're juggling everything. And I tell you what, really listening to her portion regarding culture, it reminded me of how so many times people get started in a business like this, and they look at it for the business. They look at it for the sales they make, the customers they get, but they don't understand the culture of network marketing. They don't understand how you can build a team that can be with you for 10, 20, 30, 40 years in an industry like this. And it's all about culture, okay? And if you don't get that, you need to rewatch that section over and over, because I'm telling you what, the leaders that crush it, the leaders that build true teams, they get culture, they understand it, and no one creates culture like Gigi Harris. Wasn't it so fun for our Swagalicious fashion show? But before we did that, we had our naturopathic doctor, Eric Prince, come up and deliver, that show-stopping performance as it relates to really getting our lives together, utilizing the power, of our diet, getting good water, being alkaline, keeping our colon clean. He talks about the consequences of being acidic and how we need to really work on getting our body alkaline. It was such an eye opener because a lot of times we see the scan and you see someone's acidic, but you don't really realize that it's connected to dozens of diseases. And if someone's battling a lot of diseases, it's going to really start by getting their body alkaline. So I thought, to me, that was so epic and it was so profound. It was so eye-opening. So hopefully you guys had a chance to really see and hear that. And then again, the fun fashion show followed that. And then our luncheon, which was awesome because we went back to the raw, ladies and gentlemen, because we know that's where you return to if we want to restore health. And so after the conference, we want everyone to join us on at least a 7-day raw. If you're ready to go 21 days, do the 21 days, but we are kicking off a 7-day raw, and we want each and every one of you to join us. And so that's why we went from the fashion show where we had our awesome models. Most of the models, I've already called your name in some capacity, but I do know that Jordan Davis, Ernestine's daughter, also participated in that fashion show as well. But everyone else, again, I think I've called you in some capacity. So thank you for all of our models. Following our fashion show, following our luncheon, which our phenomenal Shannon King had a chance to not only facilitate, but she explained every dish, all the ingredients, and really had a chance to spread it out, showcase it, so that we all were just so excited to eat that raw, vegan, delicious meal, which was spectacular, by the way. But we followed it up with mindset training, because at every conference you need a mindset training, and it was so great to hear from our very own Emerald director. This is a lady who we know she is going to get diamond. She's going to get it done. She's going to go to 2-star diamond, 3-star diamond, but developing a healthy mindset with Terry Anderson. So thank you so much, Terry, for all that you do to bring it every time. And then, of course, we had essential oils and a plant-based diet, and that was Dr. Betty Smith, our Ruby director, and that was amazing as well. Every time we hear these ladies speak, we know they're going to bring something powerful, and they did it. And Dr. Betty, you did it. It's always amazing to know the power of these essential oils and just to hear your level of expertise as someone who's involved not only on the business side with us, but she's also in the holistic world. You know, she's been a doctor, and I always say naturopath, but I know it's another way that you say it. But guess what? We're just proud of you, Dr. Betty Smith, for all that you do. Closing the sale, wasn't that critical? We wanted to make sure that every person could get what they needed. See, some of you might just want to know more about products, but there's some of you that need to know how to run your business. So we try to balance it up so that everybody gets something that can help you grow. And one of the things that people struggle with is how to close the deal. And there is nobody better to hear from than the #1 money earner, Willie Mooney himself, our diamond director, okay, on how to close the sale. And I thought that it was so brilliant because not only was he talking it from a point of view as a leader closing his sales, but how he works with his team. And a lot of times people don't get the power of utilizing a third party to help them close their deal, getting yourself out the way, bringing that person to your leader. And he just gave us all the nuggets we need to tie it all together and delivered a spectacular and amazing training. And of course, I shared a little bit about her training already, you know, how parties pushed her to 6 figures in 90 days. And that's our very own 2-star diamond, Phyllis Nash, building a championship team, Bernadine Kirkland. And wasn't that awesome? I mean, she asked her team, well, what is it about me that you think makes me a good leader? And then she shared those stories. And I think that's a great homework assignment that everybody should do, because a lot of times, even when you're building on social media, you might think your brand is one thing. But you know what? It doesn't matter what you think. Your brand is actually what others perceive about you. And sometimes just having that awareness of what others see you as, what that their opinions are, sometimes maybe it could hurt you because it might be something you didn't think, but it gives you a chance to clear it up. But obviously with Bernadine, the way she's leading from the front, I mean, it was just amazing to hear the stories of her team and how she's pouring into them, helping them build. And that's really how you build a championship team. And so thank you so much, Bernadine, for all that you do as an Emerald director here at Wakanna. And then, of course, I delivered Skyrocket Your Success with social media. So you've had a chance to learn about social media, gave you a few tips on some new channels and platforms that can help you grow your business exponentially. So you better check the replay or ask somebody, because I don't have those here to give today. I'll go ahead and give them Buzz Sumo. I'm going to let it out the back. So Buzz Sumo, and we'll give you Tube Buddy. Those are the two sites I dropped as nuggets. We always prefer you to be on the live conference. I always feel trying to do this, guys, it's kind of like trying to give a haircut over the phone, right? We really want you on the live conference, but we do know for some reason some of you had to miss. And so, again, hopefully those two nuggets can help you today. Grand prize giveaways was next, and then we recapped it and we closed it out. Some of the items that I want to remind you that are still going to happen, and many of you are on the line right now because you want to know, are we extending the specials? You know, what's happening this week? And so here's what we're going to do, guys. Last night, I mean, it was like the internet being crowded where you couldn't get traffic through. I mean, it was pretty explosive, you know, phones ringing, emails going crazy. Everybody's trying to put orders in. And I know that oftentimes when we have a special that closes out on a Sunday, the corporate team isn't there to help you facilitate. But I also know, guys, that this month we are expecting supernatural things. We are expecting that there's going to be some of you that are going to break a rank, and you might have thought today that it was impossible to break, whether that rank is emerald, whether that rank is diamond. We know that these next few days could be the most epic days of your business if you just dig in it and you decide that you're going to be in it to win it. So we're going to do something unheard of, guys, because this is a month we're claiming, again, for just supernatural things to happen. And so we have officially extended the buy three, get one free. We've officially extended the 10% discount all the way to the end of the month. And that's when it's over. And when we say it's over, it is over. So you have all the way through the end of the month, which is going to be on Saturday, April the 30th, to get all the, and so on Saturday, guys, don't wait till the last minute. We don't want people to call on Monday saying I had technical issues, which really means you want to take up until close of business on Friday. You want to make sure whatever orders you're putting it in is during business time, so that if there are technical problems, customer service can be there to help facilitate you. Because if you do not get that order in by the time midnight happens on Saturday, then guess what? It's over. Okay, no more buy three, get one free, no more 10%. And so we're extending that. And you want to take advantage of that, folks, because this is going to be the biggest sale we have all the way through November. So we're not having another sale like this until November, guys. And so, or October, November, when we get ready for the big, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And so what this means is if you've been so busy preparing for conference and you've not really had a chance to leverage your own customers, you want to start connecting right now with all your customers, and you want to make sure they understand that this is the week to get buy three, get one free like nobody's business. This is the week that you're going to crush your CV, because this now goes hand in hand with some of the things we have going on. Right now we have what? If you go ahead and hit silver, gold, or platinum, you're getting double free product. If you're brand new and if you've never hit gold, you're getting double free product. But it really starts with silver, gold, and platinum for most of you. And so you want to make sure, bare minimum, every person listening to this right now hit silver by the end of the month. And there's no better way to do it than utilizing our buy three, get one free. And so you want to make sure you utilize that. There's also some things happening right now, like the 7-day raw cleanse. See, every person who's ever had a scan, you need to be on the phone with them. And if they did not do the 21 days, you want to find out first if they're ready to do the 21 days. And if not, you're going to close them on the 7-day raw cleanse. You want to get your team to purchase the wellness in a box. Right now, we also have our 420 Essentials family pack that will be on sale to the end of the month. And that's saving you already 45% on your gummies, on your pre-rolls. We have our 420 Essentials Global Pack, where you're getting 1,200 points when you purchase something for $1,000. That's a $2,000 value. See, those items are going to make it game over for you and your team this month. And there's no better week to run than right now. See, coming off conference, we get tied up with the day-to-day of conference. So you're so focused on getting on there, taking notes, that you're not really having time to build. We know that today is the best day to build because now conference is over. So you can now do what you didn't do last month or last week and do it bigger than ever before, which means you can have your most explosive next few days right here, right now, because the clock is ticking. And we knew delivering that to you this morning would be exactly what you needed to take your business to that next level. Every person who did attend conference you're getting our free cookbook. So just know that cookbook is in the process of it getting mailed to each and every one of you via the email. So stay tuned because, of course, it's an ebook. And also, too, next Monday, we're going to announce the people who have been selected to be on the cover of our plant-based cookbook. Okay, so we have a few of you that will be on the cover with us, and so we're super excited about that. And so with that said, guys, I know I've said a mouthful. There's probably a lot more I can say, but I am out of time.
Melissa, look at your text. Look at your text.
Oh,
And while you're look,
can you want to say it because I don't have my other phone.
okay, so
I'm in my other
when you were mentioning everybody that helped, Gail King and Claudia Muhammad.
Oh my God, Gail King, Gail King and Claudia Muhammad. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Phyllis. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Tara. She texted me.
Yes. Oh, Tara, thank you, Tara. We appreciate it.
And one thing I'm going to clarify on the 10%, is it to 10% cut site-wide plus the 3
well,
and
it's still
get
the
one
same.
free?
So it's up to $450 retail, and it's still buy 3, get 1 free. So, yep, same rules apply.
All right.
So y'all better
girl.
take it to the next level, right? But no, thank you for that. It was worth interrupting because we never want to forget anybody, right? And so that was awesome, Phyllis. Thank you for that. And so with that being said, guys, I tell you what, we've said a mouthful this morning. I know you got a lot to not marinate on because it's not time to say ready, set. It's time to say go, go, go. And so we want to remind you at 2:30 p.m. I know we'll have, I believe, Dr. Rita and Kathy there to facilitate our Save Our Strands. At 7:30, join Dr. DJ, Dr. Roz for our corporate virtual Zoom so that we can help you now close out your guests because you're going to want to now get on the corporate virtual party that also will kick off at 8 o'clock, explaining the business with our top leaders, so you don't want to miss that. And then, of course, tomorrow, jump on the Diamond Factory because I know Phyllis is going to bring it. You're not going to want to miss tomorrow morning. So jump on early so that you can get your seat and understand what you need to do to take your business to that next level. Certification will happen this weekend, so Sunday and Monday. Just know we do have certification happening already. I tell you what, it's like we do one certification, it's already the next month. That tells you our time is flying, so you better get to running, right? And so with that said, we want you all to have a Wakanna day because we're going to see you where? At the top, at the very top, at the top.